Hello everyone, and welcome to the summer session of Math 252. My name is Professor Michael Brown. I'll be your guide for the next 6 weeks. We will meet every day, Monday through Friday, for the next 6 weeks, so this is a very, very intense course. I've emailed you the syllabus and schedule for the whole semester. I expect that you're going to read it and print it and go over it. I will go over it a little bit today. One of the things on the syllabus mentions 2 different textbooks, the Tan Early Transcendentals or the Swakowski Classic Edition. I don't care what book you use. In fact, I don't care if you use the book you used for Math 151. I suggest those 2 because they're the most user-friendly. Now I want to walk you through how to get to Canvas if you're not completely familiar with this. So here I am on my dashboard, and here's our class. And this is the screen that I see. So I'm going to go to Student View. So this is the screen that you see. What I want you to see is after you reach the home page here, Modules. This is where everything in the course will be stored. It ever opens up. So right now you notice under Notes, I already have several things that you can open. There will be videos posted on a regular basis, quizzes, exams. All the material and all the communication of written work I will be putting on modules on a daily basis. Now, in terms of the syllabus itself, this is the schedule that we will follow, and we will not deviate at all. So you notice on Monday it says Introduction, Vectors in 2 and 3 Dimensions, and then each day it gives the topics that we will cover. Whatever textbook you are using will usually have these as section titles. So as we go through, you notice the quizzes. Lecture 1 will be the material for quiz 1, which will be due at the beginning of Wednesday, and then so on. There will be exactly 25 lectures in the course. There are exactly 25 quizzes, 1 for each lecture. You notice here on the 16th, there's 2 little slashes at the end of the material. That indicates to you that that's the end of the material that you are responsible for that first exam. So the first exam covers the first 7 lectures, and the exam is on the Friday, which means that there will be time to practice, and the quizzes, quiz 6 and quiz 7, which are from lecture 6 and 7, complete all the material that will be on the exam. So everything you are tested on, you've already been quizzed on. Now, as we go through this semester, this will continue. You will be turning in something every single day of the semester, starting with the 3rd class, all the way until the end when we get to the final exam. Now, the important dates are at the bottom here, the first drop deadline and refund deadline, and then the withdrawal deadline, which is the 30th of June. Since there's no formal classes, attendance will be simply based on whether you turned in that day's work or not. So failing to turn in a quiz or to take an exam will count as an absence, and the state of California says if you reach 4, you can't get credit for the course regardless of your standing. So make sure you turn in a quiz every day, even if it's not complete. Now, quizzes will always be posted the morning of the class, and then you have a minimum of 2 classes to finish the work. All work is due by 8:30 a.m. You can always turn in work early. That's highly encouraged, but at 8:30 I will be posting the key for that quiz, so I can't accept a quiz turned in after the fact because you'll have all the answers. Exams will also be at 8:30 in the morning on the days of their assigned Now, in terms of the points possible in this course, I want it to be really obvious. We have 3 exams, a total of 1,800 points, 25 quizzes, a total of 750 points, and a 750-point final exam, that's 3,300 points. You're going to drop your worst 750 points. That's a huge amount. Your best 2,550 points are what are going to count for your final grade. That means if you've reached the threshold for an A, B, or C, which are clearly stated in the syllabus, before the final exam, then the final exam can be your dropped score. The majority of you will have earned an A, B, or a C outright before you even get to the final exam. So if you choose not to take the final exam, then all scores count. If you choose to take the final exam, then the final exam will replace your worst exam and your worst 5 quizzes, which add up to the exact same amount. So I highly encourage you, Good performance from day one usually means that you don't have to take the final exam. So that I'm putting in front of you from the beginning of the semester. Now, there is no curve, so you're not competing for grades. In a class like this, the majority of the students generally score very high, so I expect that all the way through. Now, email is the easiest way to communicate with me. There will be no live classes. There will be no video lectures from the standpoint of being interactive. I will post lectures almost every day. So all the material will either have extensive written notes that I post on Canvas, a video accompanying those notes, or both. So on a daily basis, you want to be checking Canvas off and on. Now, in terms of emails, I check my email many times a day, but I would prefer that you keep the emails between 7 a.m. and 9 p.m. because I'm not going to be on the computer outside of those time slots. I get back to you pretty fast, and graded work is usually done the same day as it's turned in. Now, I do have one assignment for you that I would like in the first 2 days. It's an extra credit. It's a bonus. It's 20 additional points if you choose. Since you know who I am, I don't know most of you, and there's 50 of you in the class. So I would like you to make a short video, under 2 minutes please, because there's 50 people in the class, where you introduce yourself, tell me something about yourself, particularly what are you majoring in? Why are you taking this class? Do you have any hobbies that are even remotely interesting? And I want you to have that to me by Tuesday night so that I can look at them before the first graded material. This is not a requirement, but I do like to know who I'm talking to, and since you now know who I am. Anyway, this is going to be a wild ride. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be intense. Now, in terms of homework, this question always comes up. How much should we do? I actually expect that you can do every single problem in the entire textbook from the material that we cover. It's not necessary to do every problem necessarily, but you must be a master at every single thing because you already know how to integrate and differentiate. We are now going to be moving into 3 dimensions for most of the class. Now, the first few lectures are just on vector stuff, which is just not all that hard. There's no calculus at the beginning. If you've had physics, you might find this to be fairly simple because you know most of the rules. And if you don't, it's not a disadvantage because you'll learn it pretty quickly. We're all in this together, and I look forward to hearing from all of you. Until then, stay safe.